it's working now. I was having some trouble with my internet. So hello, welcome. We're going to be cutting some of our spring collection soaps. For anybody that follows us on Instagram or Snapchat, you would have seen that we have been we've been making some of our spring soaps this weekend. We have 5 different soaps. We're only going to be able to cut 4 of them today because I made one last night and it's not quite ready to be cut yet. So we're going to be cutting 4 today, and then maybe we can do another one tomorrow if everyone's excited about that. So let's get started. And there we go. Hello, Susan. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay, so the first soap that I'm going to cut, lean in a little bit so you can see me a little bit. The first soap that we're going to cut is actually going to be our Lavender, Sage, and Rosemary bar. It's actually the biggest batch I've ever made. It's going to make about 40 bars. And hi, Shayla. Thank you for coming. It's going to make about 40 bars, so it's the biggest batch I ever made. I had to make it in a giant pail. So I'm really looking forward to see what this one's going to look like. I was a little nervous about making such a big batch. So for this one, I actually made it in a slab mold. So I can actually show you the different types of molds that I have if you guys are interested. So this one right here, this is what we use for molds. This right here is actually a loaf mold. That's what makes our bars that are really long. They're long like this. And so one of these molds can actually hold about 15 bars. And then the one that I made it in is actually a slab mold. And this is what it looks like. It's really good for using ones that are going to be really flat, is what a lot of times you use it for, but you can actually use it to make bigger batches and then cut it into loaves. So we're going to be cutting it into loaves today, and then we're going to cut it into that, so it's actually quite exciting. Okay, so I'll show you what this looks like. Oh, hello, Ross. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Jasmine. Thanks for joining. If you guys want to share this video, please go for it. So this is what it looks like on top. Hopefully you can see that. I did some, it's purple for lavender. And so there's some bronze swirls in there. So I'm excited to see what it looks like inside. This one is actually a little bit wider. I did pre-cut one of them just to make sure that it worked properly. So we're going to cut one more today, and then we'll see what it looks like inside. So I got my my cutter here, and I've already pre-measured where it has to go, so we'll watch it get cut right here. Perfect. So let's see what it looks like inside. Look at that. How cool does that look? Got some cool swirls in there. This one went a little deeper than I wanted to, but it makes it definitely a unique bar. Yep, I got an extra hand just growing on me just for occasions like this. So there we go. How cool does that look? And then so you can see on the top it has the swirl on that. So that looked really neat. So we'll cut some of these into bars. Grab my trusty cutter. Yes, I definitely have an extra hand growing on me to help out today. So, all right, so let's cut these and see what they look like. Thanks, Shayla. Yeah, it looks better than I expected. I was very nervous about doing such a large batch. So let's give this a cut and see how it looks. and the first one cut. Look at that. That actually turned out really nice. Then we got the beautiful bronze on top. And I did an in the pot swirl on top. So basically what that means is I poured the soap into into itself, I guess, into the different colors into it. And then, yeah, it kind of swirls it. Looks very neat. So I'm very pleased with how it looks. Let's cut a couple more and see how this looks. Anyone just joining us, please feel free to share this video. There we go. How does that look? So nice. Right? Purple clouds. I know. It looks so pretty. I'm loving it. I was really worried about doing such a large batch because I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, if it doesn't turn out, then I'm going to have 40 bars of really crappy soap. And what would I do with that? I guess I could always shave it up and put it into other soap. That's not as fun as having really cute bars. So let's take a look. Loving it. Hi, Becky. Thanks for joining. Anyone just joining us, please feel free to share. Look at that. So we got the gold on top. Loving the way this is turning out. So we still have 3 more bars to cut. Very excited to see what all of these look like. We're not going to cut the whole batch tonight, so we get to see all of them. So for this one, I actually used a couple different purples in it. So I used kind of a darker purple, and then as you can tell, I used a neon purple, a white, and then kind of like a purple in between. So for any of those that really love purple, this is the one for you. Oh my goodness, I'm just looking. Look at how cool this one looks from the side. Like, I'm so in love with this bar. I'm so happy that I did this one. Beautiful. All right. Let us cut one more and then I'll show you what else we have today. Look at that. Yes. I'm loving it. And you should smell it. It smells so good. It's a blend of lavender, sage, and rosemary. So it's not only has like the soothing, relaxing smell of rosemary, but it has that kind of it has a different smell to it because of the of the lavender. It has a different smell because of the sage and the rosemary. So that's what that one looks like. All right. So let's take a look at another one. Which one should we do next? Okay, we're gonna do this one. I've been excited to see what this one looks like. This one is called Grass Stain. Hi, Candace. Thanks for joining. Anyone just joining, please feel free to share this. All right, so this one kind of looks plain, right? But it's going to look super cool inside. This one's called Grass Stain. So it kind of smells like fresh cut grass, which, I mean, smells good. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me, but it's very fresh. It's very light. And it smells, I think it smells amazing. So, I don't know if you can tell on this one, lighting might not be the best, but it's a white soap, and then it has some green glitter on top, actually. So, and let's see what it looks like inside. So this one I tried going for some mica lines inside. So basically what that is I poured the soap on, and then I sprinkled mica in between, and then poured more soap. So, look at that. How beautiful is that? You can't tell, but this is actually a perfect grass green. So it actually goes really well. My thoughts were, you know, when you have a grass stain, it's not just green. It is normally on white clothes, because I don't know about you, but I always get grass stains or any type of stain on anything white. That's why I'm not allowed wearing anything white. And then we got a little bit of green on it. So that one actually turned out very nicely. I got this idea for the mica line and then just plain white soap. I did a custom batch not long ago for a lovely bride. And she wanted this. So I thought I'd try to recreate it with something else because I just love the way it looked. I just wish that it could show on the camera how beautiful this green is. Look at that. Yes, Susan, I can't wait for you to smell it. It actually smells really good. It's very light and refreshing, and it's not, doesn't smell, I thought it would be a weird smell. I wasn't sure. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. I got a lot of practice when I did yours. I absolutely love the idea. I'm so glad that you sent that to me. But yeah, so wasn't sure how I'd feel about this one. So I'm very glad that I like the smell. And I'm very glad I got a larger bottle of it because I really like the smell. I actually even made matching bath bombs to go with it. All right, let's cut a couple more and then I'm loving the next one. So one more, and then we'll do the next one. So that's what I love. Sometimes it's a little bit like I tried making little patterns in it so it wasn't exactly straight, just to make it a little different. Alrighty, so let us try another one. So the next one that I did is, it's an interesting smell. It actually smells, it's floral, but it is a little bit of fruity at the same time. It's a rose and black currant. So that's what it looks like on top. We did a bunch of swirlies. And it is hopefully reminiscent of roses and black currant. So let us see what this looks like inside. I'm very excited about this one. I don't even know what this looks like. I'm so excited. Ooh, look at those swirls. So I did a couple different colors. I did a neon green. I did a lighter pink, a darker pink, and a darker green. So I'm loving this one. And you know what? Normally I'm not really a rose fan. But like, look at that. Whew. I tried making it kind of look like a plant. So I tried making the greens on the bottom and then the pinks on top. So I'm loving the way this one turned out. I think it turned out so good. Thank you, everyone. I am loving this one. This one's probably my favorite one so far. When I was doing this one was the one I was most excited about. I just love the different colors. It's so spring-like. It makes me feel like it's all like it's spring. When I was making these, I was so excited because I was just like, I cannot wait for spring. Yes, the lemon one. I know, right? Didn't it look so pretty? I wasn't the one who designed it. I'm not gonna lie. Someone else thought this one up for me, but it looks great. So there you go. So try making it look like a little rose. The different colors on the bottom, the greens, and then we got the pinks on top. So I think it turned out so good. I'm very excited about this one. So it smells very, it's like, how do I explain it? I'm not a rose person, but it has a hint of rose, but it's not overpowering, and it smells sweet, like black currant. Did you want to go outside, Heidi? Sorry, my dog wants to go outside. Would you like to go outside? There you go. She's sitting just staring at me, wanting to go outside. So, there we go. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, like that actually looks like a rose plant. How cool is that? Worked out just like I wanted to. Let's do one more, and then we will move on to the last one. Yes, I'm loving how dark, like this darker color. I'm loving how pretty that looks. Hi, Megan. Thanks for joining. So anyone just joining, we're cutting our spring collection. This one right here is a rose and black currant soap. Thanks, Megan. I appreciate that. She's been an avid follower on my Instagram, so she knows all these soaps. She's been seeing them all and saying very nice things about them, so I very much appreciate it. Okay, one more. Yeah, you're right. You're right, one more. Let's cut it. Oh, yeah, look how pretty those are. Loving it. Okay, so I am going to try this lemon one. And this one's a little bit different because it actually, so I just need to move this out of the way. It already has dividers in it. So this is my lemon one. It smells like lemon verbena. And it is, I've had a lot of requests for this one to come back. And it is a half walnut shell. So the bottom half has walnut shells in it, and the top half has a really cool design, no scrubbies. So you can decide which part of your skin you want scrubbies and which you don't. So this one, I've only ever used this these dividers once. So we'll see how they come out. I'm hoping they work pretty nicely. So it's a little bit different because I have to slide the soaps out of the dividers. So we're not cutting. I'm going to be able to see what it looks like when it comes out. And the nice part about this is with the scrubbies, it doesn't leave drag marks in it. Oh yeah, it's coming out very nicely. So we're just pushing it out. Can you guys see? Let's get a little closer. So I'm just pushing it out of the dividers. And there we go. Woo, it made a big bar. Look at how big that bar is. Well, whoever buys this one is going to be getting a giant bar. That's probably going to last them a very long time. But look, looks. So I actually used a really cool tool that my boyfriend made. And it's, oh, I wish I had it up here. Would you mind grabbing it for me? It's in the basement. It's on my shelf. Thank you. I have my own room in the basement that has all of my soap stuff. And I do have tons of shelves in there that hold all of my stock. And it holds all my oils, everything. So let's take a look at that. Oh my goodness, it turned out so cool. So there's the walnut shells in the bottom. And then see, as you can see, it's half and half. So what happens is use the scrubby side on like your elbows, knees, dry legs, whatever. And then on the more delicate parts, you use the top part. And look how cool that is. I'm going to use these dividers a lot more often. They're so handy. Oh, thank you. All right, so he brought the tool that he made me. It looks like something that would be in medieval times or something like that, but it's actually very neat because all it is evenly spaced nails on a board. And what you do is you pour your soap in and then you drag it through. And that makes the super cool pattern on the top. So yeah, I got home from work one day and he actually surprised me by making it for me because I'd been talking about it. So very nice of him. That is that bar. So let's try getting another one out of these. All right, let's go with another side one. So we'll push this out. Here we go. Look how cool that looks. Even though we're not cutting, it actually looks really neat. And then it gives like an absolutely perfect edge. Whoops, and I'm dropping it. But gives an absolutely perfect edge on all of them and makes, you can see the really neat design. Yes, he did do a very good job, didn't he? Excellent. So let's do one more of this one. Try middle one. Because that one will be a little more challenging to get out, right? So So the reason that I have to push it out instead of pulling it off is because it will, yeah, there you go, you can see what it looks like. It will rip it. So I don't want to rip my soap. This way it's going to just, the middle ones are a little more thick. I don't know if I can get the middle ones out. Give it a try. Oh yeah, there you go. Not as quick as doing that cutter, hey? It does make a nice fine cut on it. I almost have it out. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. I love how black that is. Jet black. Look at that shine on that soap. Ooh, so pretty. So again, walnut shells on the bottom. There we go. So that is that. I'll show you the soap that I'm going to cut tomorrow. It's too soft today. I was hoping that it would be ready today, but to make it, I had to have a little bit of a runnier batter. So I'll show it to you, and then you can know what I will cut tomorrow. So this is what it looks like on top. It is blue and white, and it smells like white tea and ginger. So we can kind of see, because it's clear, we can see through, and it's gonna look super cool inside. So I'm pretty excited to see what this one looks like inside when it's fully cut and everything. So I was actually a little worried that it was gonna look too much like winter because it's supposed to be for spring, but because it lightened up, I think that it's gonna look really, really nice. So I'll show you that. Tomorrow we'll cut those ones. It's just not quite ready. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure if any of you know, but we did do a huge restock yesterday. So thank you everyone who participated in that and got some of our stuff. I really do appreciate that. We put out a bunch of new bath bombs. We put out a bunch of charcoal bars. We had 3 different types of charcoal bars. And we put out, I think I have some here. Actually, I can show them to you. All right, so like we have our coffee bar back in. I was gonna bring this one to work, so I had some people at work ask me to come see it, so I was gonna bring this to work, so I had it handy. So I had the coffee bar that you guys watched me cut last time, and then I have, hi Amanda, thanks for joining. So this is the aloe vera one that we cut before. If any of you guys follow me avidly, you'll see how we made those single one of these labels. This facial bar, this one's a very popular one. It's activated charcoal and clay. And as you can see, every single label has the ingredient on the back, which I find is very important. You need to know what is in all of your bars. What else do I have? Oh, this one's a very nice one. So that's the pink clay and goat milk one. What else do I have? We got just the charcoal facial bar. This one has neem oil in it. It's actually very good for, very good if you have very dry skin. It helps with blemishes and stuff like that. I've had quite a few people really, really enjoy that one. So, and we got just an unscented goat milk. So those are the ones we actually have, we just put out yesterday. So if any of you are looking for that, we did actually restock because I know we were out of stock for so long. So we finally have these ones back in stock, along with a bunch of bath bombs and a bunch of bath truffles. And we're going to be having quite a bit more coming out soon. And these ones should be available on March 1st. So that's when I'm going to have my spring collection coming out, is March 1st, just in time for spring. We're also going to be at the Ladies' Night here in Hardesty. I believe it is on March 17th. So if anyone is looking to come see us, please come by. I'd love to see anyone. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to pop over onto Instagram. So if anyone wants to missed any of the previous ones or wants to watch me cut more soap, please head over to Instagram and we're going to cut it on there as well. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching me cut soaps. I had a fun time. I loved seeing what these turned out like because I can't wait for spring, and I think these turned out great, so I was a little worried about that bigger batch. Well, anyways, I'm going to say adios and good night to you guys, and I hope to see you on Instagram. Bye, have a great night.